Portugal entered the 2026 FIFA World Cup with huge expectations, but their opening match against DR Congo delivered a result few people predicted. In Group K, Portugal were held to a dramatic 1-1 draw by a fearless Congolese side that refused to be intimidated by big names, history, or pressure. From the first whistle, Portugal looked ready to control the match. Their start was fast, aggressive, and full of confidence. After only 6 minutes, João Neves gave Portugal the perfect opening, finishing a quick attacking move after a sharp assist from Pedro Neto. For Portuguese fans, it felt like the beginning of a comfortable night. The early goal gave Portugal control on the scoreboard and immediately put DR Congo under pressure. But football at the World Cup is never only about names on paper. DR Congo did not collapse after conceding early. Instead, they stayed organized, defended with discipline, and slowly grew into the match. Their players showed courage, patience, and belief. Portugal had more possession, but they struggled to turn that possession into clear chances. The Congolese defense closed spaces, blocked passing lanes, and forced Portugal to play wide without creating enough danger. Cristiano Ronaldo was once again one of the biggest stories of the match. At 41 years old, he made history by appearing in a record 6th World Cup, becoming one of the central figures of the tournament before even touching the ball. But on the pitch, DR Congo made life extremely difficult for him. They marked him tightly, limited his movement in dangerous areas, and prevented him from becoming the decisive player Portugal needed. The turning point came just before halftime. DR Congo launched a dangerous attack, and Yoane Wissa delivered a historic moment, scoring the equalizer and sending Congolese fans into celebration. It was not just a goal, it was a statement. DR Congo had returned to the World Cup stage after decades away, and they were not there simply to participate. They were there to compete. The second half became a test of character for both teams. Portugal pushed forward, searching for a winning goal, but their rhythm was not sharp enough. The passes were sometimes too slow, the movement was predictable, and the final touch was missing. For a team full of talent, Portugal will be frustrated by how few clear chances they created after taking the lead. DR Congo, on the other hand, played with intelligence. They understood that Portugal would attack, so they stayed compact, protected the central areas, and looked for opportunities on the counterattack. Every tackle, every clearance, and every save felt important. Their performance was full of energy and sacrifice, exactly the kind of display that can inspire an entire nation. For Portugal, this result feels like 2 points dropped. They were expected to win, especially after scoring so early. Roberto Martinez's team will now face questions about urgency, creativity, and whether they relied too much on control without enough speed in the final third. A draw in the first match is not a disaster, but in a competitive group with Colombia and Uzbekistan also involved, Portugal cannot afford more mistakes. For DR Congo, this draw feels almost like a victory. Earning a point against one of Europe's strongest teams is a massive achievement. More importantly, it gives them confidence going into their next matches. They proved they can defend under pressure, respond after conceding, and compete against world-class players. This match also changes the atmosphere in Group K. Portugal remain one of the favorites to qualify, but they now know the road will not be easy. DR Congo have announced themselves as a serious opponent, not an outsider waiting to be beaten. Their next match will be even more important because this result has given them belief. In the end, Portugal won, DR Congo won was more than just a surprising scoreline. It was a reminder of what makes the World Cup special. On this stage, reputation does not guarantee victory. Passion, discipline, and belief can change everything. Portugal started like favorites, but DR Congo finished like warriors. And after this result, Group K is wide open. The big question now is simple. Was this just a warning for Portugal, or the beginning of a historic World Cup story for DR Congo?